Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Rebecca, thanks for being on with me this morning. Hope everything's well. We've got a couple of people registered. They might pop in, so you might hear me say hello to them. But let's go ahead and get started. So today, we are going to be talking about Remine. You can join me every Tuesday at 11. We'll be doing tips like this. Some of my sessions are a little longer than others. I will be announcing at every session for next session what we'll be doing, so you guys know what to look forward to. So today's going to be one of the quick run-throughs. I am going to work with you step by step on it, but it's not complicated at all. It's just something I want to share with you because Remine did integrate some new features, and I want to share those with you guys ASAP so you can start using them. Next week will be longer, more of a deep dive workshop type of thing. So I'm excited about that. Make sure you set your calendars and come join me. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. So now let's just go ahead and dive into today's session. So like I had mentioned, today we're going to go over new features that Remine has implemented for us. If you don't have Remine in your MLS, I highly suggest you go ahead and pay for it. It can be paid for monthly for a nominal fee. I'm not 100%, don't quote me. I don't know what it is, but I know it's not a lot. I did have it myself a couple of years ago before it became integrated in my MLS. So yeah, I learned to use it and love it as I actually did pay for it. And then I got pretty lucky that my MLS picked it up and it's now part of our dues, which is great. I absolutely love this system. I talk a lot about it. If you visit me often on my Tuesdays, you're going to oftentimes hear me talking about Remine and how to use it pretty much just as much as Canva and ChatGPT. So let's go ahead and I am screen sharing with you guys. And I want to jump in here to Remine. So if you're following along with me, go ahead if you could and hop into your Remine as well. Can I get a thumbs up? Can everyone hear me? Can you put it in the chat? Just want to make sure everyone is here and following along with me. Give me a thumbs up if you could in the chat and make sure to let me know that you can hear me. Are we all still here? Michael, could you unmute yourself? I think there might be some sort of issue.
Yeah, I am trying to put the thumbs up. Yes, I can.
Okay, good. And I'm still showing.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, great. Thank you. Then we'll go ahead and just continue. Thank you, Michael. All right, guys. So go ahead and open up your Remine. And you're going to see here, I have mine open. Let me know if you've got any questions along the way. Just go ahead and put it in the chat. And if I don't see it, Michael, and I'm ready to close out and I don't see it, you know how I get on my tangents, just stop me and say there's something in the chat, okay? So right. Just go ahead and Remine, guys. We're going to do a new search. So we're here in the search. Well, this will be your main page, right? When you open up Remine. And then go to search. And I'm just going to do a basic search right now. Let's say in an area that I know has a neighborhood that I want to market to. Because today what I'm going to show you is the one new feature they added, which would be doing direct mailers for you through the system. You don't have to go through any other third party. It's done for you here. They do use a third party, which I am going to show you the company itself in just a moment, but I want to show you how to do this first within Remine so that you can get started. And then I've got one little bonus for you. This marketing here, I want to show you that they also integrated some Facebook ads. All right, so the first things first, we're going to do a search. I know for a fact I want to highlight this neighborhood a little bit away from me. Country walk's fine too. Let's do country. This is an area that I serve. It is close by. And so let's say I want to go ahead and target this neighborhood specifically, and I want to send mailers, right? But we've got all these active. We want to go ahead and make sure that we click the advanced. And then you're going to want to click off market. Remember, it's super important. Make sure you're targeting homes that are not on the market, which also mean don't have realtors that they're currently working with, or if they did, it's a good time for you to swoop in and make sure that they know you're a realtor too. So I'm just going to pull out here on the map, and you see now we've got 4,000 or 5,837. Those are off market in Country Walk. So now let's whittle that down a little bit, because that's a bit too many to send mailers to all at once. It's going to be quite expensive, right? So let's go here. I want to make sure that I target homes that are about $400,000 off. And again, guys, you make this your own criteria. I'm just doing this for the sake of showing you an example. And then really important as well, right? Just to whittle this down, because of course you can go ahead and do this to people who have low sales scores, but I want to go ahead and I want to target ones that have a high sales score. That's going to bring it down significantly. There we go. All right. Here's a good number, in my opinion. Anywhere between 150 and 250 homes, I think, is a great, postcard blast. So look right here, we've got 197 results just for this area, specific to my filters that I put here. So what you're going to want to do is click select all, and you're going to want to click cart. No, you're not buying them. Don't worry. They just name it this way. You're going to want to create a cart with those 197 properties. And I suggest you name this the neighborhood and then postcards, right? Or mailers. So Country Walk mailers, right? And then click add to cart. All right, so you created that cart. And now you're going to want to clear all these filters and hop into your carts here on the left-hand side. Did you guys see where I just hopped in here on your main dash here on the left? You're going to click carts, and you're going to see all the carts that I've created for one reason or another. And you're going to want to make sure to click that Country Walk mailers that you just created, or whatever it is that you named it. And here, you're going to want to select all. Moment, it's being slow. Select all, and then right up here, ding, ding, ding. This is a new feature, which is very, very cool. And that's what we're going to click on. Send mailers. So now you're going to name the campaign Country Walk postcards. Build a mailing campaign. And this is automatically going to put you into another system that they have tied in with this company, which I can't remember the name of right now. It's PCI, but anyway, their link is right here. We're just waiting for this to work. Oops. Okay, there we go. So when you create that campaign, it's going to open this screen for you. And they are now integrated. Remine is now integrated with PCM Digital. Sorry, so PCI, I think. PCM Digital. And this is obviously, like I said, you can go right here to PCMdigital.com if you want to do it yourself. But for example, I didn't know about this company before I learned about it through Remine. So why do the extra step myself? I'm going to hop right back here in Remine and let Remine do it for me. What's really awesome is that right here, first things first, right? You're questioning, all right, Rosie, but how much are these mailers are going to be? Is it thousands of dollars? No, it's really not. So this gives you the price up front, which obviously allows you to see how much you want to spend. And then you have different options here. Say you don't want to just send the standard small postcard. Say you want to do a larger one. Click this, and it's going to update that price for you based on the 197 properties that we've put in. Or what about a larger one? right? This would be considered a jumbo postcard. And it's really nice as it goes ahead and, shows you what it would look like here on the left-hand side. And then even letters, yellow letters, and snap-aparts. These are pretty cool. If you want to, get attention, this is pretty attention grabbing. I don't really receive anything in the mail that quite looks like this, but I want to say I do remember, growing up at some point, receiving these and then knowing that they were some sort of solicitation. But they're very cool, and they are attention grabbing. So you've got lots of options. Let's just go ahead with that standard postcard though, and we're going to go to choose design. So this also shows you the options that you have as far as what types of postcards you want to send. The list that I pulled in particular was basically general farming, right? Because I just know that they had a high sell score and they were in the neighborhood that I want to sell in, right? I'm interested in selling in that neighborhood in particular. So that would be general farming, but feel free to pull a list, for example, from Remine, which is very simple to do, and I've gone through it in other past sessions about Remine, but feel free to go ahead and do like an absentee owner list. And it doesn't need to be in this neighborhood, right? You can do an adjacent neighborhood. So that way you do one neighborhood, general farming, and then maybe the adjacent neighborhood do absentee owners. And that way, you get to target two different types of owners and get your name out there a little further. I'm going to go ahead and click general farming because that's what I did, but I do want to show you guys all the options that they have. And of course, like if you want to do one for an open house that you've got coming up, one specifically a renters, which again, I've showed you guys how to find renters in Remine. So you guys can do multiple campaigns, multiple different campaigns at the same time. So that's really, really, really cool. Hey.
Rosie, Rebecca has a question.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Michael. I see it. Okay, sorry. How do you pick a farm? I live in the country, so it's hard to farm in the neighborhood. Well, Rebecca, let's go back to Remine for you then. Really, actually, let me finish this, and then I'll go and do a little Remine to show you how to do a search there for you specifically. I don't mind that at all. We can do that for sure. Let me just finish this postcard thingy, and then we'll hit that for sure. Okay. So let's just hit general farming. This is really, really simple, guys, and you go ahead and customize it however you see fit. But they have a bunch of templates here that you can personalize, right? I like what's gonna mean. It goes on, and of course, if you don't want to use one of theirs because it doesn't suit you or whatever, and don't forget you can change all of the colors here, so the colors don't have to stay, but the general style, right? If you don't like it, just go ahead and go in Canva and make yourself one. Just make yourself one and then say I have my own template, and you just upload it, pop it right in, and it will work. Let's go with this one. I like the colors. But we're just going to customize it real quick. Just want to show you how you can customize it. Obviously, I'm not going to waste your time putting in my, my cell phone number and all that. You guys know my name and all that jazz. My logo's the Mingo, the Disco Mingo. But I wanted to show you how easy it is to do this. What address do you want it to go to? I want it to go to the mailing. Actually, I want it to go to property address. I do that because just in case that property has a tenant in it, then you have the availability of also grabbing the attention of that tenant. So how you want it to be, the homeowner's name or current resident. Let's go with current resident, just in case, like I said, we've got some tenants in there. We want to make sure that they know that they can contact us too. My brokerage isn't here particularly on this list, and this is just like a simple list for you to find your brokerage if they're on here, just to be like boom, and the colors pop in. But it's really not that big of a deal to go ahead and just pick another set over here, something similar that matches. So I'm going to go ahead and click that one and refresh preview, and it should populate. There you go, boom. How pretty, and that changed it for me, and it did front and back. So that was simple, right? Just click next then. I don't know if it's gonna let me do it without my information in it, but we'll see. I might get hung up here. I might get hung up here for not putting in my info. Let's see how far it lets me go. But you can customize the text here. Look, see, it put in my name and it put in a company number for me. You can customize the testimonial. Go ahead and, showcase your last review right in there, or your best review. Go ahead and showcase that, change that, obviously add your photo, add your logo, your name. I'm not going to put my street address there, so that's going to stay blank. You're going to want to put your site, your phone number. I'm going to leave this image for now. Go ahead and customize what you want your postcard to say here. And then same on the back. Of course, it is pre-populated with wording. You could use the wording. I would just go ahead and change that review out and make sure that it's bona fide and it's yours. Yes, my thing is a very low quality because I didn't even put a picture there. All right, and so here, this is where you can customize it. For these bullet points that are right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, go ahead and customize these bullet points to anything that you'd like to highlight. Might not be the benefit of working with your company, but possibly highlight things like that you offer. If what you offer to your clients. Friendly service, fast service. If you're a notary, put things on there that really would entice people to work with you. That would be my suggestion. And then you have another opportunity here on the back to add an additional customer testimonial. I really like this card. I actually hadn't done this card for myself. I'm going to remember now, and I am going to use this card. The fact that you get 2 different reviews and you so much customization on this one in particular. This was a great find. I'm happy I clicked on this one to show you guys. And then of course your city, state, your license number. And here's this disclosure. Here's a huge tip, guys. Don't change this disclosure. Leave this disclosure exactly the way it is. You're going to want this disclosure here. You're going to absolutely want to keep this disclosure. So everything else, I say amend it and make it your own and personalize it, but definitely keep this disclosure here. This is very important. So here you can see the other ones I've done. It's going to show you the labels. It's going to upload 197 labels. I'm going to go as far as I can until I have to pay for it, and then we'll stop. Okay, I don't want to change any of them. You can add or amend them right here at this point in time. And right now, it's checking for incorrect addresses, seeing if there were any errors in that list, and it's going to remove them for you. And type. And if this takes too long, just a couple of minutes to usually, but I know this system was giving me a little bit of an issue earlier. If this takes too long, I will just go ahead and we can end it here because that's all we were doing. We're going to, here we go. We're going to just approve the final design then, because we're at the point of paying here, and I didn't customize this postcard. Otherwise, I would. We're at the point of paying here. You're just going to approve the final proof that pops up, which is really cool that you get to see the proof before anything goes to mail, right? So if I had put in my stuff here, if I had put my logo in and my photo, that's, you'd be seeing that right now. And then you get to click over here on the side and approve the back. Okay, perfect. Get out of that. And let's just say designs approved, et cetera, et cetera. Here's your final price. Super cool. You go ahead, just add to cart, and then they get printed and boxed and mailed out, everything. They do the postage for you. They get mailed directly, and it's just a really simple, very quick way, right? That took us less than, what, 10 minutes to really run through all of that. Very simple way to target multiple neighborhoods for whichever reason, right? There's a multitude of reasons. A lot of on the product page, it showed you how many different types of postcards you can send out. So we're done with that. Let me hop really quick into the other little bonus tip I wanted to give you today, aside from these mailers and how to do them really simply and easily through the system itself. Right back on Remine, guys, if we head over to Remine again, we click on this marketing tab right here with the little like cheer megaphone. And I'm not going to do these with you individually because they are actual Facebook ads, you know. So in creating one, obviously, you know, it's very customized and you have to pay for it. But I wanted to show you that this is, yes, this is real. I have gone in here and played with the system. I promised you guys last week that I would go in there and see what it was all about. Not last week, apologies, the last time we did Remine, that I would see what this was all about. And this is what it is, guys. This is so cool. And it's going to populate an actual preview right here on the right-hand side. This is farming. This is going to give you a digital ad that, once again, you don't really need to know any code for. You don't need to be, you know, Google certified and all this stuff, which I'm definitely not. So these are the things I utilize to go ahead and help me make these ads. And you link it to your Facebook page. You can add multiple pages so that it runs across multiple platforms. And you fully customize this to your city and state and the radius you want it to, you know, trail out to be seen. And just as we did with the postcard, again, things are populated here for you just to make it easy. But I highly suggest you make it your, you know, your terminology, your speech. That way, when your clients, you know, meet you, it kind of all is concise. Oh, it was her, you know, running that ad. It did sound like her. She does speak that way, because you don't really want to sound like a robot, especially now in the days of AI and how it's so easy, really, to get them, you know, robots to do these things for us. You really want to remain humanistic, in my opinion. Then, of course, you can create a landing page, which I suggest if you're your CRM's landing page, I suggest you go on your CRM, create yourself a landing page there to populate and collect the people who click this ad, their information. You can require, you know, phone number, name, and email address. And then, of course, I always want to require a question about what do you need help with? Are you looking to rent? Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? Are you truly just looking? You know, so pull on that landing page, make sure that you create it to where you can really customize your client's experience, so that when you do give them a call, you know, it's, hey, Mary, you know, I saw that you just reached out to me on my website and you're looking to buy within the next 6 months. The more information you know about them, the more personal you can make their experience, and really the better the experience for them, you know, will be. So that's that. This was a little tidbit. This was like a little bonus extra. I think it's really, really interesting that this will literally populate an ad for you. It shows you here on the right-hand side what the ad looks like. Of course, if I go in and put a photo, etc., you can see it all populate here in real time, and then click proceed to last step. And it's really a two-step process. I'm not kidding. It's a two-step process. The next step is put your card information in, and at the time that you want to have the ad run, you choose the amount of days and how much you want to spend per day, and boom, it's up and running. And you will get any leads that come through this will go directly through this landing page and land in your CRM. So connect everything, make sure you're fully connected, because doing these little workarounds and these third parties that help us, you know, do ads and postcards, you know, if you don't have your CRM built out, then really you've got no way to collect their information or their data, and that's really important. Okay, so I'll stop talking now about this because we're done. Really quick before we close out, though, I want to show Rebecca. She had a question about farming. So Rebecca, your question was about how do you pick a farm? So let's go back to the search feature, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is what you're asking. How would you search an area near you? If you could maybe give me your zip code and I will do it specifically for your area, just to show you. If you could pop in your zip code there in the chat, Rebecca. I want to be able to show you how to farm the neighborhood you're speaking of, in particular. You live in the country. Well, I mean, we've got a lot of country here. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna pop this in. We have it's called the Redlands here. And it's pretty country as well, but I don't know why it's still keeping that zip code. Okay. I wonder if this is specific. Are you in Florida, Rebecca? I don't think so. That's not a Florida zip. Oh, wonder where that's gonna take me. Texas. All right, maybe Remine. Do you have Remine? Is it available to you? Yeah? Oh, interesting. Okay. I have not a clue. Let me get out of here and get back to it. I have not a clue why it's not pulling your zip, but in any case, if it doesn't work one more time, I'll go into the Redlands where I'm show you. No, this doesn't want to exist for me. Maybe it's because I'm in Florida. I can't see anything in Texas. That might be it. I'm going to go ahead and pull up our really rural area called the Redlands, as I had mentioned. So let's say here, let's say you just put in your zip code as such, right? So instead of putting what I put here, you put 77583, and you want to still go for the advanced tab here, in advanced right here. That's really important, that advanced tab, because it's the only place you're going to be able to find this little toggle right here for off market. You want to click that. Go back to the map then. And you see that it's got the zip you want, off market. Depending on what you want to do, I in particular like to, go with high sell scores. These are people that are interested in selling. So this is a basic search, technically. Let me know if this was your question or not. Let's say, right, you're in, you said a rural area, you want to look for things that are farm or land. And you want to hit apply. This is if you want to do farms. Okay, well, I don't have any with a high sell score in my area. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if any of them have a medium sell score. None. Well, no one wants to sell their land in that zip. So for just the example's sake, let's take this, right? And we're not going to do building, we'll do residential. Let's see, single families around here with high sell scores. Let's see. So you just go in, you keep building out your filters here in order to whittle down your results to really a number that you can work with. So 213 is a great number we can work with. So here we go. To answer your question, Rebecca, I think this was your question. Correct me if I'm wrong. You pop in your zip code. You want to definitely make sure that you click off market. Then you're going to want to market to people who have a high sell score. These are people that the internet has identified as looking to sell through searches, etc. And then I specifically want to deal with single families. So I've put in enough filters here for it to populate 213 results, right? And then we're at the cart portion. Then you click select all, just like I did before. And then you want to make a cart, etc. All right, so I hope that answered that question for you. And then I want to make sure that I show you guys what we'll be working on next week. All right, so again, thank you for tuning in. I'm always so grateful for everyone who spends their Tuesday mornings with me for just a little bit. Next week is going to be workshop style. We're going to be working on branding yourself. I had so many people when we were doing a Canva session, text me individually or message me individually. And it was heavily and primarily questions about logo creation and where do I start and how did I decide to do the flamingo? And everyone really likes that I'm tying in the whole neon aspect to everything that I do. And that's purposeful. That's for a reason. I'm doing that for a reason, exactly for this. I'm branding myself in doing this. I've branded myself. You guys all know that whatever you see from me is going to be bright and colorful. The text, so, will be the only thing that stands out in black, and my flamingo is neon. So this is essentially what we're going to be working on next week, which is really exciting because I had so many people ask me about it. I wanted to do a one-on-one with you guys. So it's important that you either contact me at Rosie Sells Miami on Instagram and send me a DM, or you by all means can just send me an email, rosiesellsmiami@gmail.com. I want to know if you're joining me next week. I want to get a head start for you. I want to know what idea you have for your branding so that we can sort of pre-plan for next week, since it is workshop style and more of a one-on-one. I want to go in and help you create your logo, whether you have one and you throw it at me and say, hey, Rosie, what can we do with this to make it, higher level? Like, it's all about elevating your branding and making you stand out, something you can live with and something you can enjoy for a long time, right? Because you want to take your brand forever through and through, and you want it to grow and get bigger and better. Not so much change, but evolve, right? So if you've got a logo that you have that you're interested in revamping, send that to me so that I can start getting, my juices flowing and thinking about what we can do for you specifically. And if you don't have one and you're interested in, creating one along with me on next Tuesday, send me a message and say, I'm starting from scratch and this is my company or this is my name. And just so I, again, have a little bit of a head start and know where we're starting from. I always want to mention, if you have not registered for our Freedom Achiever Academy, please do so. Do yourself a favor. Help me help you. It's an incredible platform that has hundreds of videos aside from myself and the other coaches that do give you these little weekly tidbits. This platform is incredible. It's something that you can dive into and have work your way through and learn so much from. You do get a 7-day free trial, so there's no harm in registering and signing up and seeing if you love it and jive with it. It could be really your coaching platform forever. Make sure if you're visiting me on Tuesdays that you go ahead and register at thefreedomcoaching.com, but then show up at this link, which is thefreedomzoom.com. So I don't want anyone to get confused. We did have some confusion last week and we changed things. This will be the way it stays for Freedom Coaching weekly. You want to register at freedomcoaching.com, then join me here at freedomzoom.com. And you can find your coaching platform, our coaching platform, our Freedom Achiever coaching platform at freedomachieveracademy.com. And don't forget, if you're watching me on a replay, to subscribe and like. You can catch the replay on YouTube. That'll be David A. Kurz right here on the bottom right here. So go ahead and catch that replay. Make sure you subscribe so you catch them all. If you aren't able to join me on Tuesdays, at least, we've got the replay. Don't forget to message me either. Contact me for any questions. I'm here to help. Total open book, and would love to offer my support in any way I can. If you're looking for some mentorship, if you're looking for just someone to have a quick chat with and any changes that you might want to be making in your business, or any projection forward, any elevation you want to do with your brand or your business itself, please, I am just a question away. Feel free. Rosie Sells Miami. You can find me anywhere and everywhere by using that name. And if no one's got any other questions, which I don't see in the chat, we'll end it here, and I will see you next week. Have a great one, everyone. Bye.